Okay guys, welcome back. Now I'm back at the beautiful community center in my local area. And if you watch any of my previous YouTube videos, you will understand what my task is about. I do not have the time. I'm unemployed, I'm on disability support pension. I'm just recently received paperwork that suggests that I should receive $200,000 of taxpayers' money for the NDIS to wipe my ass with platinum toilet paper instead of someone just giving me a job. I'm 6'1", I weigh 106 kilograms, I'm a professional rock climber. My IQ lowest score I've ever got in my lifetime is 125, and the South Australian government won't let me have a job because of the word epilepsy. And I've had disgusting, endless examples in the past of people discriminating against me when going for employment way below my level. I have never had a full-time job from anyone in Australia my entire life, because they just greatly discriminate against the word epilepsy. Well, I've had enough. I'm taking a stand. I have no dignity left. I have no privacy. I have no embarrassment left to hide. Fuck you all, South Australian government. I wanted a job and you wouldn't give me one. Now I'm going to expose you. And I don't care if I look stupid on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to post these videos of my daily living and tell everyone that the government wants to give my NDIS workers $200,000 a year to wipe my backside and do things for me that I don't need help with, when all I fucking want is someone to give me a job and stop discriminating against me. I'm very fit, I'm a smarter than average person, and you won't give me a job, South Australia. I've had enough. If I can't be given a job out of normal respect when making a normal job application at working at some shithole like Coles to stack shelves, then I'm just going to start broadcasting it, and I'll go apply for a job at Coles doing something below me, and when they don't give me the job, I'll put it in this video. And then I'll apply for another shit job, and when they don't give it to me, I'll put it in this video. So I'm very desperate. I don't know what to do. I've had enough. I've got no dignity left. It's very depressing when I received a letter in the mail just recently saying 200 grand is going to be spent on me over the next 12 months in an estimate, with NDIS as a care plan that I do not want. I just want a full-time job. I just want to look after myself. I don't want any government money. But the government in South Australia won't give me a job. And I'm 41 years old, for fuck's sake. I've had enough. I'm very desperate. I've asked all my family and friends my whole life to help me get my first full-time job. They haven't helped me. So now the current idea I'm in is I'm going to go into my local community centre, which is magnificent. I'm going to ask to speak to someone in charge. And I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot, maybe I'm in the wrong place. I looked up the local ombudsman that deals with the correct sort of area about what I'm talking about, and all I saw in my previous video I mentioned was about 28 reviews. One said 5-star, and all of the 27 said 1 star, does nothing, it doesn't help me, pointless. So I thought, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be person number 29 that gets no form of assistance with what I need help for. So instead I decided I'm going to sacrifice all of my dignity and I'm going to embarrass myself. I'm going to walk into the head office of my local community with a stereotypical middle-aged woman receptionist, and as politely and discreetly as possible, I'm going to ask her if I can speak to someone in charge of this community area. And I'm going to try and explain to anyone that works here at the community centre that's quite big, and they have a lot of resources here, and we'll just call him Barry. I'm going to ask Barry, who is the theoretical guy in charge, I'm going to say, Barry, I've had enough. I'm 41, man. I'm smarter than average. I'm a strong guy. I can work hard, but no one will give me a job my whole life. Will you help me, Barry? And I'm going to see if Barry looks at me like an idiot and feels uncomfortable and tells me that he can't help me, or if he admires my honesty and feels sorry for me and decides to help me, link me up with someone he knows, that's my guess. I think it will happen. So if anyone on Facebook, YouTube wants to make fun of me, you go for it. But I do have memory intellectual disability, severe short term with the removal of a brain tumour. I explained in my previous videos. If you want to know more about me, go back and look at the previous videos. But I have no dignity left. Everything's been stolen from me. My life, my belongings. My wife took everything away from me with paperwork. My wife took advantage of my intellectual disability and filed endless false claims against myself. She took my son away from me 100%. She took my house that we owned together in an 8-year relationship away from me 100%. I received absolutely nothing. And because I will respect my wife forever, because I'm a good person, I will wear this wedding ring to show my son forever, not because I'm desperate for her, but because I will respect her forever, and I will still love her the same as I love her next boyfriend or husband and his children that he has with her. I'll respect and love everybody forever because I'm a nice guy. I'm not a selfish asshole, and I'm going to expose myself to the community that this is unacceptable, and I'm going to tell them the reason why I'm doing it is because there shouldn't be all these other people out there that have disabilities and they're stereotypically in a wheelchair, they're stereotypically smoking bongs, depressed, wanting to kill themselves in lounge rooms with other people with disability and other losers with unemployment. I've refused to get into drugs, I've refused to get into alcohol, I've refused to let depression take over my mind, even though it kind of has. And I'm not doing this for myself, I'm not doing it for an ego trip. I swear on the life of the most important person to me on the planet, which is my son, that I'm doing this to prove that the government needs to make changes and the government needs to allow people labelled with disability, like myself, to be able to have a job if they want it and if they're well capable of it. So I'm going to go into my local community centre with this overwhelming task, and I'm going to see if I can find someone that would be equivalent to my family member or friend that I don't have to help me. And I'm going to see if someone in this whole community centre that I'm going to get to know over the next few weeks is ever going to volunteer to help me get my first shitty part-time job doing something piece of cake like stacking shelves at Coles, which is well below my capabilities. But I've never had a full-time job in my entire lifetime in South Australia. I'm 41 because of nothing but disgusting discrimination against people with intellectual disability. Let's go into the community centre.